be with you. You are my one true love. Taught me to never judge. Now all I want is to be with you. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Mustafa ala habibika nabiyika Mustafa. أتيتني ساعة يأسي ناديتك فكنت الآسي. To me, a time of despair, I called on you, you were there. Without you, what would my life mean? Not know the unseen, the worlds between. For you I'd sacrifice, for you I'd give my life, anything. Just to be with you. I feel so lost at times by all the hurt and lies. Now all I want is to be with you.
Mr. Sami Yusuf, welcome to the show. We would
Thank
like say good morning to you first.
Good morning
on
to
our
you.
morning show. We are very pleased to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very pleased to be here too. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. First, we would like to start from the beginning. When you first launched your first album, did you expect this huge success that you got?
No, you know, I've been asked similar questions, so it's somewhat kind of programmed now to respond. But I mean, essentially speaking, when I sat at the piano making my first song, Al-Mu'allim, I never thought to myself, I'm going to be a rock star, a pop star, a munshid, an ilahi singer, or Islamic rock star. I never thought about any of these things. I just followed my heart. I wrote from my heart. And the result was this, you know, I was blown away by it. I didn't expect it. I'm just very, very glad that I followed my heart. It's the best thing that I did.
But how did it affect your life?
You know, it's been a great experience. I mean, I don't really have much to complain about. I have had a really good time. Generally, it's been good to me. The response I've had in this part of the world, in the Arab world, in Turkey, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the whole Islamic Muslim diaspora, everywhere where Muslims are, including Europe. It's been a wonderful experience. It's been wonderfully, beautifully received, alhamdulillah. And also in the UK, in Europe, in America, the media, the population there, the community there, they've been great. It's been great. I really don't have much to complain about. It's been really great.
So all the changes were on the positive side?
90%, I would say. 90%.
What about the 10%?
The 10% is just normal, isn't it? I mean, one should expect that, you know, life's not a fairy tale. Not everything is going to go to your, liking. But generally speaking, I mean, thank God, you know, I've had a really blessed experience. I sing from here. I sing from my heart. I'm not a commercial artist. That's why you're not going to find me in weddings and parties and lots of different concerts everywhere around the world. I'm very picky about my music. I'm picky about my art. I believe in what I do. And for that, it's been a very rewarding experience. Until now, I have not had trouble. You know, I haven't had issues. It's become a little commercial, maybe. You know, maybe my name has become some kind of brand. You know, but other than that, alhamdulillah, I don't have much to complain about. I'm very blessed, really, really blessed.
Talking about your music, do you feel that you had gained your rights as an artist?
Well, you know, I came into this whole thing, this environment. Though I'm from a musical background, kind of show business kind of background, I didn't come into it thinking rights, business, money. I never thought that way. I followed my heart, and to this day, I work from here. I don't work from here. It's always from here. So, you know, I kind of realized that, okay, there are all these ringtones that are going, they're selling, and you know, all these things that are happening.
It became commercial.
I mean, my video clips, they're aired everywhere. It kind of It's like a bomb, you know, in certain parts of the world. For a year and a half, it was the best ringtone. Al-Mu'allim was such a huge hit. And I didn't receive anything, you know. That is not something that I'm necessarily angry about. But to be an artist and to make music, share it with the world, and to put all your effort, your energy and everything, and to not get your rights. Rights is not always about money. Rights are your rights. They're your rights. And you should
rights
be given...
as recognition, as
it's
what
everything,
kind of
you know,
rights?
your haqq, you know, and when that's taken from you, it's a big deal. I mean, 2003, the way I see it, my personal opinion is that in 2003, with the release of Al-Mu'allim, a whole industry was created. Now, some people might not admit this now, because it's not in their interest to admit it, but the reality is that there wasn't this. I mean, commercialization of Islamic music, Islamic in inverted commas, you're not going to find, you would never find a religious song on Mazika or Melody or MTV style TV channels. You'd never find it. You had the religious TV and then you had the pop channels.
Okay.
So with Al-Mu'allim, it broke that rule. And suddenly you saw a song about the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ on TV, on pop channels.
So what you did is you've mixed it up.
It became very lucrative. It became an industry. An influx of artists came in. It paved the way to many, many people. Many different artists came in. And unfortunately, I became part of an industry. And this industry needed me to remain in a box. Needed me to remain, you know, under their control, under their...
But why do you say unfortunately? I mean, when you get into this domain, what were you thinking? That you're just going to do a few songs and you're going to stay away? I mean, you were planning to get into this industry somehow.
I never thought about it at the first album. In fact, my first album was pretty much, very much an experiment. I self-financed the album. I paid for it all from my pocket. And there was a deal made with the record company. And I came to Egypt to study Arabic straight after the album. I never thought of it in that way. However, when there were sales, when there was a huge commercial success, it kind of became my career, and the demand as well. The demand of my music, and I was going through a period. Should I stop? Should I continue? What should I do?
So it was like something you tried at the first time?
Yeah, I did it really more or less as a hobby, because I owned a studio in the UK pre-2003, and I was in the music area anyway, so it wasn't an absolute necessity for me to become a singer. I was already producing, I was already doing musical work, and I was going to pursue studying anyway. I wasn't going to make this my my area of my career.
Okay.
But that's what happened, and it became a big industry, a big lucrative industry. And the reason why I say unfortunately is it's not a problem being part of an industry. But when you're pigeonholed with people who have agendas, and they have targets and goals, and ahdaf, then you're just, you know, you're just, well, how can I say, you're a tool. You know, you're a means to an end. You're used for something else.